President of IOBOA, Dr. J.D. Sharma, the beloved General Secretary, Comrade Ananda Kumar, the MD and CDO, CEO, the ED, and my dear members of the IOB family and the AABOC family. It's a great occasion. The need of the hour is knowledge, imparting knowledge, and we have kept the photograph of Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam, the last speech which he made in Shillong, in the Indian Institute of Management. What he speaks is about knowledge. He says, curiosity, courage, and hard work makes knowledge. And here, you are going to make his dream come true by imparting knowledge through this great academy. Salute to you, sir. I request the comrades to kindly get up and give a standing ovation to Comrade Ananda Kumar. Today we require intellectual leadership in the trade union. If we could achieve 15% wage hike along with 2 Saturday holiday, it was because of the intellectual leadership of Comrade Ananda Kumar. I was a member of the negotiating committee. I know how he could challenge the figures given by the IBA and bring in changes. And today, you are starting this academy. Why I say that this is the need of the hour is that today, the information what we get is all manufactured to create a consent in you. Journalist Mr. Sainath says that today the media is entering into your living room and the bedroom and makes you to read, think, and see what they want. How many of us realize this? We don't know. The moment Reliance bought over TV18, they have control of 60% of the media in this country, including the internet, including the newspapers, including the magazines, and famous TV channels like CNBC and CNN IBN. So, it is necessary for institutes like this to give the correct information and knowledge. In his book, The Great Divide, Joseph Stiglitz, the Nobel laureate, talks about inequality. How 1% is able to control the 99% of the wealth of most of the nations. And how this inequality, this disparity which is increasing is going to affect the global economy and the future. And he mentions there that wherever the top 10%'s wealth is increasing, the role of trade union has been decreasing. We are all seeing what is happening in Greece. The great nation called Greece, which gave Homer, which gave Socrates, which gave Aristotle, which gave Pythagoras, which gave Olympic, now is in turmoil. And the government, in spite of getting a support for opposing the so-called reforms of the Troika, European Union, Germany and IMF, goes against the vote of the majority population. And Dr. Prabhat Patnaik in a recent article says, why this happens? Today the finance capital is able to control the economies of the countries. The governments are being controlled by the finance capital. So it is necessary for us to learn more and more, impart more and more education. Within this country, the banking sector, what is happening, We forgot about the Pune's Gyan Sangam. But the finance minister does not forget. Every month, like a headmaster reviewing the work of the teachers, he is reviewing what have the chairmen of public sector banks and asking what you have done about the recommendations of Gyan Sangam. The Gyan Sangam presentations, if you see the slides, it is prepared by McKinsey & Co. as knowledge partner, as if this country does not have knowledge. I would like you to know, remember that the Minister of State for Finance was an employee of McKinsey. And in the 6 presentations, one of the presentations made by the chairman of Bank of India, Mrs. Vijayalakshmi Iyer. She says that the public sector bank should be privatized. A public sector bank chairman saying that the boards have to be reformed, boards are not doing well. So the solution is privatizing the public sector. Bring down the shareholding of the government to 40%. They have coined a new slogan, McKinsey slogan. Instead of government controlled, it will be just government linked. I don't know what that will mean. I keep telling my people in State Bank of India that today, if the government of India's shareholding, which is 58.6, is brought down to 49%, overnight, Ambani's or Adani's or the Tatas will be taking over State Bank of India. And with 40% share of the government, what will happen to these public sector banks? And they come out with lot of figures, per employee business, per employee profit. You are not doing so well. Even NPA, you are not doing well as private sector banks. Academy like this, institute like this have to come out with alternatives to say that what you are saying is wrong. Compare only the comparables. You cannot compare the private sector banks with public sector banks. Public sector banks have a social role which the private sector banks does not have. Who is doing Jantan? Who is giving education loan? Who is giving agriculture loan? Is it the private sector banks? And you keep comparing them and you talk about only employee productivity and profit. I have an analysis. The number of complaints received by the banking ombudsman, the private sector, their percentage of complaints is much more than the public sector bank. So today it is needed that we come out with alternatives to tell to the government. Few days back I was in the Ministry of Finance, Department of Financial Services, to check up what is really happening about the 2 Saturday holidays. And they told me that nothing other than bureaucratic delay, and August it will be implemented. That time when I was discussing with one of the senior officials in the finance ministry, after some 10-15 minutes of questioning me, he told me that this government, what it is doing to the public sector banks is injustice. But we cannot say, at least you people say. So there is a need for a detailed study, analysis, which this institute can do. And today, State Bank of India Officers Association is known all over the country because in 1979, there was one Mr. E.A.G. Moses who thought about starting a institute for trade union education and research and the SBOA Educational Trust. The same way, future is going to remember Comrade Ananda Kumar and Comrade J.D. Sharma and the IOB. Comrades, our beloved MD was talking about the eagle flying above the cloud and the rain. We say that in the bank, the management, the 2 trade unions, the award staff union and the officers union, they are three wheels of the aeroplane. When there is heavy rain, the pilot does not try to land. He tries to also fly above the cloud. And that way, if we work together, definitely the public sector banks can turn around, they can do much more. But unfortunately, today what is being talked about in the name of HR policies? The HR committee of Gyan Sangam, which is headed by my own chairman, Madam Arundhati Bhattacharya. It is recommending that you give up with this industry level settlement. Change the HR policies to suit the labor market. What is that labor market? Hire and fire policy. And what they are suggesting, before the next wage revision comes, the talks begin. 6 months before itself, you go for bank level settlements in which CTC, cost to company and variable pay should be introduced. Cost to company and variable pay are not even succeeding in the private sector. Today we talk about a HR policy which has failed miserably. I have read some papers recently in which the so-called these consultants like McKinsey, Deloitte, Boston Consultancy Group, they all have joined together and done a study in which they are saying that the time has come that our approach of last year has not succeeded, which was called the talent-oriented approach. And now the time has come for people-oriented approach in which we have to take along everybody. Everybody may not be able to contribute as good as the others. But if you are going to introduce performance-based incentive or pay, it is going to create so much of frustration among them and it is going to affect the bank. This is what I have been telling my bank also. We are under discussion. So today, this institute has started something new which is going to be a challenge for the trade union movement, and it is going to be an asset for the trade union movement as a whole. And on behalf of SBI Officers Association and the All India State Bank Officers Federation, I assure you that we will be always willing to give whatever support you need for training, research. What all support you want, we are willing to do. And today the time is for linking with academic institutions. I have just got into an agreement with Jawaharlal Nehru University. On 6th and 7th, we are having a training program for our executive committee members. And I have entered into an agreement for a 5-year continuous programs with Jawaharlal Nehru University on trade union research and education. I will be glad to put you also in touch with JNU so that this institute can have that kind of linkages. Those kind of linkages are necessary because we have to fight intellectually. We have to work hard to safeguard the public sector character of the bank, because you have a chief economic advisor who says that 69 nationalization was a blunder. Can you ever imagine a chief economic advisor telling this? So we have to counter these kind of proposals. So we have a larger role, and this academy will definitely play a larger role, and we will be always willing to give whatever support is needed. Thank you, one and all.
Thank you very much, sir, for that thought-provoking address. We shall certainly carry it forward. Thank you. Actions speak louder than words is his motto. An astute banker with a vast experience over several facets of banking, more than anything, a very humane executive who has endeared himself to all IOBians in a very, very short span of time. May I request our respected Executive Director, Shri Bajaj, to please address the gathering.
Dr. J.D. Sharma, President, IOB Officer Association, Mr. K. Anand Kumar, Secretary, this IOB Officer Association, Mr. Franco, SBI Officer Association President, and others, past ex-secretary, president, GMs, and ladies and gentlemen, good evening to all of you. It gives me immense pleasure to be present on this occasion of inauguration of this particular IOB Officer Association Academy. In fact, when I came here in April in the other building to address this office bearers of IOBs, then I visited, then it was almost 3/4 it was complete, and when they told me that this particular thing is coming up, it's basically means in my opinion a great thing. And if association is involved in such activity, nothing like that. It's basically a positive step towards that direction. And as you know, education is never-ending process at any stage, even after retirement, whether you are at 60s or at the joining stage, anytime you can learn. And if such academy is available, definitely it will go a long way in means training various facets of the banking itself. And what narrated by Mr. Anand Kumar and whatever is planned in this academy, I think it will go a long way in Indian Overseas Bank. Not only in this bank, I think they have a plan to train other banks officers also. That is basically would be a joint effort. And my being, because I was also closely associated with association activities when I was in junior management, I know the importance of this thing. And sometimes management, now I'm in top management, yes, you can blame this body, that thing or this thing, but if this particularly trade union activities, but meant for very positive attitude, so nothing like that. So it's basically a great efforts. And I think two of the speakers earlier, Mr. R. Quotation, our MD and CEO about IOB, he has mentioned about the problem being faced by the bank. No doubt, for last 1 year, we are facing major challenges. And in the last, I think after his joining, almost now 6 months are over, and I am also completing almost 5 months. So we have identified the problems in the bank. It's nothing difficult. If everyone cooperates, definitely we can come out of these problems. As already mentioned by him, yes, because mainly we were concentrating on the bulk things, bulk deposit, bulk credit. It's not the time that we should go for the top line. It's more important is the bottom line, that we have to see the profitability angle. And we have identified those areas. I am not going to repeat in detail, but main focus, as he mentioned about this NPA challenges. No doubt in last March quarter of 2015, bank did very well. It could recover a lot of things, and it was due to the efforts of all officers of IOBs, which contributed a lot. And in last quarter, yes, there was a sluggishness. That kind of recovery was not possible, but again, efforts are there. And we are hopeful in the ensuing quarter of September itself, we are going to meet that challenges. And once whatever efforts we are taking on the recovery front, and if materializes, definitely we can come out of the situation which are being faced by the bank. No doubt in last 2 quarters we showed a meager profit. It's not basically a business profit. I think everyone knows that. But now we have to focus on the business profit also. Again, our efforts are for the retail credit, MSME segments. No doubt it's not an easy task. Whatever right now present economic condition is there, it's not we are seeing those kind of positive results. We are expecting that everything should come into play by September itself. And now with this bank wage revision and 7th pay commission is in the pipeline, Once that materializes, and it is seen in the equity market also, whatever this automobile industries, NBFCs, other this retail segment, those shares are going up in anticipation of this particular wage revision. Even last week, Maruti has risen by almost 20% due to higher sales reported by these Maruti companies, and which they are anticipating once this seventh pay commission will come, definitely further there will be boon in the economy because more spending powers will be there. And whatever other economic indicators are coming globally as well as Indian economy, those are showing now positive signs. Once those will be there, definitely there will be boon for this particularly retail credit, MSME also, and once this core sector will do well, whatever stalled projects are there in the ministry, they are taking steps, but that is not still paying the result. But main core sector, if they comes into the gearing stage, definitely all other MSME, they will do the well. And we have to exploit the market conditions. So now time has come. Once in next 2 quarters, we are concentrating on the recovery, plus concentrating on the verticals where we should concentrate more. Definitely, we can come out of the woods. Other problem in our bank is other income. I think earlier we were not concentrating much on that segment itself. So in various communication, we are addressing to the branches to concentrate on that. Other thing is government business, that also we are lacking. So we are focusing on that also. So whatever steps we are taking, I think results will come in the next remaining 3 quarters, and definitely bank will come out of the woods also. And with this positive frame in mind, again we are hoping for the better results, and in September quarter I think things should turn the way, whichever way we want that. And again, I will not take much time, and I am thankful to the association members for inviting me for this cause, and I think this will go a long way in IOB means history, and I wish them all the success in their endeavors. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, sir. Our respected executive director has a knack of dwelling on the silver lining rather than on the dark cloud. Thank you, sir, for your words of encouragement. Certainly, we will together take the bank forward. Thank you, sir. No function of IOBOA is complete without the presence of our leaders who always weave magic, Comrade Acharya and Comrade Gopi, venerated as a guru. Gurostu maunam vyatnyanam. If silence of the Guru can speak volumes, how much more can the golden words tell us? Sir, Comrade Acharya, we are waiting to hear your reverberating voice once again from the lectern.
Both so far as IBOC is concerned and State Bank of India Officers Federation is concerned, Comrade Franco, Madam Indra Padmini, our good old friend Comrade Iswaran, the benefit of working as General Secretary along with Comrade Gopinath Rao is a great opportunity, I must say that. And both of us are here today. Comrade Karunakaran, Comrade Rangarajan, and my dear comrades. It is one of the most unexpected call by Comrade Uma Subramaniam. I never expected that I would be given an opportunity to speak. I was not even prepared to speak. But I must say that it is a very wonderful experience today. I must say that he has created a wonderland today. When we came down here and when we saw the building, though of course whenever we used to come down here, we used to come and see the progress of this particular building, but today it has come out in such a beautiful way. I should say a spectacular performance. Spectacular performance, Comrade J.D. Sharma and Comrade Anand Kumar. and the credit goes to the vibrant members of Indian Post Bank Officers Association. In fact, exactly 13 years back, in the month of July, IOB House, what is called as Shram Shakti Bhavan, was inaugurated. And I must say that at the time we had the very, very lovable, very highly respected personality, our founder General Secretary, Comrade Annachi, Comrade Balasubramaniam. He decorated the dais. He decorated the dais on the day. Today he is no more, but I am very happy to see it is so quite thoughtful of Comrade Anand Kumar and Comrade J.D. Sharma to see that his photo is unveiled today here. That noble soul, Annachi, I think he is the guiding force for this organization. He is the person who has founded this Indian Post Bank Officers Association, which is today recognized as one of the most, I should say that, a very credible organization, the way in which in the committee of the organizations, especially officers movement, the place of pride that IOBOA has got, it is something very great. It is always said that success proves the predecessor better. Normally it is said like that. But I should say that here, I must say that it is not exactly true. Here, the successes have proved that the successors are better than the predecessors. Comrade Gopinath and myself, we are the predecessor to Comrade Anand Kumar and Comrade J.D. Sharma, but I must say that in the last 10 years, the way in which you have led this organization to greater heights, and the way in which you have also ensured the kind of involvement of the members in the growth of the bank, that is something really great. Of course, as Comrade Anand Kumar also dwelt at length and Koteswaran also told about the kind of critical phase in which the bank is now virtually get a little stuck. But then, of course, it is not only so far as IOB is concerned. Many of the banks are in difficulties mainly due to so many external factors, and I'm very confident that this bank has got the capacity to swing back, because I remember very well 1992 when the bank posted the highest loss in the entire industry, 792 crores, followed by the next year another 400 crores, more than 1,000 crores loss. And at the time it was almost feared that probably this bank would be wiped out from the map of the Indian banking industry. But then I think within 3-4 years, the way in which we swung back into action and the way in which the bank made a turnaround. So we have that resilience, we have that determination, we have that dynamism, we have that a clear objective. And this family culture of IOB, I think that is the binding force of this bank. And with that kind of this one, I can definitely assure Shri Koteswaran, so far as the management is concerned, and also to the public at large, because they may be thinking that whether IOB is in some kind of problems and all that. I am very certain that this bank will be again. It will be, in no time, it will be able to capture the past glory, and we will continue to be a very vibrant bank. And I am very, very certain that this kind of very innovative thought, so far as the trade union is concerned, to come out with the idea of starting an academy and imparting knowledge to its members, and also to the needy people. I must tell, sir, maybe that the very ethos of Indian Post Bank Officers Association, it is we probably in the trade union history started what is called, along with the welfare of our members, we also thought of the welfare of the society and the the social cause. In fact, this is the bank which reconstructed 3 school buildings in Orissa when it was hit by the super cyclone at the time, and this association, from the collecting members, subscription from the members, contribution from the members, we were able to reconstruct 3 school buildings. We were able to bring out a beautiful edifice in the name of Gnana Deepam in Madurai to take care of the mentally challenged children, and of course in our founder's place in the Pudukkottai side in Karnataka, we gave street lights, brought lights to the small village of a founder, the solar lights, and of course they are continuing with that noble objective in bringing up schools in Bihar and also in Karnataka, which were affected by floods and all that. What I'm only trying to tell is that the kind of concern, along with our trade union philosophy, at the same time also getting into the social actions, I think that is the real success, that is the real strength of this organization. And in line with that, now they have come out, both the President and General Secretary, they have come out with this idea of academy, and both are very, very intellectual leaders. One is a chartered accountant, another is a great academician, a very good combination, and I am certain that they have laid a very strong foundation today. Of course, many may wonder, because actually Comrade Anand Kumar would be retiring very shortly, this month itself, and Comrade J.D. Sharma also not very far off the retirement. But in fact, I had seen the kind of passion that Comrade Anand Kumar was having in bringing up this building, unmindful of the fact that whether he is going to be there in the after all the retirement days is nearing, but unmindful of that, the way in which he has put his heart and soul in bringing up this building in such a beautiful way. I remember in 2002, when Samshakti Bhavan was also brought up, the kind of efforts he had put in along with Comrade Sampath Kumar, I used to call him the little master, the two of them put their heart and soul and brought up that building, and that is a place of pride for us, and this is now a place of greater pride for us, see the way in which it has come up. And I'm very certain that with the noble objective with which they have started this academy, certainly it is going to be one of the leading academies in the country, and it will definitely rise up to the occasion, and it will definitely impart greater knowledge to our members, at the same time to the needy people. Well, I am extremely thankful to you for having specially invited us to come down here and also give me an opportunity to speak. And let me wish all of you from the core of my heart all the best, and a very big thank you to both Comrade Anand Kumar and J.D. Sharma for having brought up such a beautiful edifice and such a beautiful institution. Good luck to all of you. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. With his relentless capacity for motivation, we can understand why today he is the president of the All India Bank Pensioners and Retirees Confederation. May I request Comrade Gopinath Rao to join Comrade Acharya in blessing Comrade Anand Kumar and Comrade J.D. Sharma and offer them a bouquet as a token of their blessings. Thank you, sir.
Friends, I felt I should say something in this very happy occasion. As rightly pointed out by Comrade Acharya, 13 years back in 2002, when the inauguration of the Shram Shakti Bhavan took place. While addressing as president of the association at that time, I had said that it is dream come true at that time, because I became president in 1983, and at that time the organization's position was so bad, and we had seen as to how the other organizations in the bank industry, particularly in State Bank of India and Bank of India, had their guest houses for the staff members, and we were very much lacking on that. So it was our dream that we should have our own guest house also, and with a great difficulty, with the resources which we had at that time, we were able to bring out that building at that time, and at the time I said that it is a dream come true. But more than that, today what Comrade Anand Kumar and J.D. Sharma has done, this beautiful edifice is something marvelous. I remember one gentleman, I don't want to name the gentleman today, he had shared his experience. This happened more than 50 years back. He was to be recruited as a probation officer in Indian Overseas Bank, and he was interviewed. And at that time, he had already taken part in an interview and was also selected in State Bank of India. But still he had come and chosen to partake in the interview in Indian Overseas Bank also. So at the time they asked, when you have already a job in hand in a bigger bank, State Bank of India, how come you have chosen to come for this interview? You know the answer that he gave. He said, I have read about an article in Reader's Digest at that time, 50 years back. At that time, it was stated that the most beautiful edifice, the beautiful building in Mount Road, at that time it was called, today's Anna Salai was called as Mount Road. The beautiful building in Chennai, Madras at that time, was Indian Overseas Bank. And he said, such a beautiful article about this edifice had come, I felt that I must work in this beautiful building, and that's how I had chosen to come for this interview, and if I am selected, I'll be the happiest to work for this bank. Of course, he became not only an officer, he rose up in the position as general manager, went out of Indian Overseas Bank, then he retired as chairman of a bank. He is none other than Mr. A.T. Panniswaran. It is his experience. Likewise, the beautiful edifices of Indian Overseas Bank is there even today, and today I should say the beautiful edifices of IOB-OA is this academy. I'm the most proudest person today to be here in this happy occasion. Thanks to Comrade Anand Kumar and J.D. Sharma, and thanks to all the dignitaries who are here, and to Madam also for this opportunity to share my feelings. Thank you very much. And one more thing, Indian Overseas Bank is a very important institution, and though it is at the crossroads, as rightly pointed out, Acharya has told as to what are the minus position that was there in 1990s and what it is today. But it is not a great task. I'm sure we'll be in a position to overcome this also, if all of us put up our efforts, heart and soul to this institution. We have done earlier, we'll show it again that we can do it today. So please do it and see to it that it comes out of the woods and it will be the best bank, and let us also share the happiness of that at a later date. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir, for sharing your thoughts with us. Thank you. An extraordinary executive with the courage of conviction. I remember the probation days when she made a fantastic dissertation on economy or on economics, talking about the various facets of economics. Who better than Madam Indra Padmini to participate in a function of this nature, opening of an academy, and to share her thoughts and address us today. Madam Indra Padmini, General Manager, PAD. May I request you to address the gathering, please?
Thank you, Ma. Respected MD and CEO Kotishwaran sir, Executive Director Bajaj sir, other dignitaries on the dais, and my dear IOBians. It is indeed a great occasion for me to stand before you on this wonderful day. This is the most innovative and out of the world idea that our Officers Association has actually implemented. Many of us talk of many things, but to get something implemented and put on rails, it's a very difficult job. So first and foremost, I congratulate both Mr. Anand Kumar and Mr. J.D. Sharma for the wonderful work that they have done. My humble request is this academy should turn out to be a center for developing confidence in our youngsters. Our young officers are new to their job. We give them confirmation in a year's time. When they are virtually not fit to take up any first-line job, we are pushing them into that role. I hope and pray that this academy at least will help to instill confidence in them so that they can take the bank forward. They are the future of the bank. Second thing I would like to say is many academies are, floated. Particularly, it has become a fancy in the industry, and many retired people are getting involved in those training centers. And I am facing many of them who come for, requesting us to nominate trainees. I would like that this academy should not turn out to be a commercial institution. It should be one which will cater to the needs of the officers, particularly the young officers of the bank. I was just talking to Mr. Sharma before entering this hall as to what he meant by research. He gave me a very beautiful explanation where he said a lot of case studies will be brought out, and this will be mostly in the nature of preventive vigilance. I thank you very much, sir, because that is the area where many of our officers are getting into trouble, and I think you should use more of your resources, as Mr. Fernando had said, to do research, and it should be an eye-opener to the industry itself, so that many of our officers will be put in the right track and doing the right job for the benefit of their organizations. Another point, as HR head, I would be failing in my duty if I don't tell you that. See, in this difficult year, when we are passing through a very, difficult time, I think each one of you should thank our MD and CEO, as well as our Executive Director of HR, who took the bold step of giving all the promotions that we did this year. I think you should give them a big hand. Because it did mean cost to the bank and a lot of difficulties to the bank also. But despite all that, they went ahead with the promotion process and encouraged us to finish the whole thing before June end, so that it will be a motivation to each one of you. I think this is a time. Not only that, as far as arrears of salary is concerned, salary revision is concerned, both of them were, very much in favor of finishing the exercise at the earliest. And I'm sure in the industry, we ranked as one of the first ones to release the arrears also. So, friends, what does it mean? This is the time when we have to reciprocate. We have to rededicate ourselves for the betterment of this bank. Let us do less of talking and more of working. Only then we can save this bank and save ourselves also. Once again, I wish to congratulate the Officers Association for their innovative step and wish them all success in this endeavor. Thank you very much.
Thank you, madam. That was indeed food for thought, and we assure you that together we will take the bank forward. May I digress for a moment, because our fraternal brothers from All India Overseas Bank Employees Union are here and would like to greet IOBOA on this momentous occasion. May I request Comrade Shivaraman. from All India Overseas Bank Employees Union along with Comrade Padmanabhan to please offer their thank you. This dream would not have been translated into reality but for people like our architect Shri Prem Kumar, Shri Saundar, Shri Kamlesh, Shri Rajaram, who have all burnt the midnight oil. May I hand over the mic to Comrade Anand Kumar.
Comrades, today is the most happiest day because IOBOA House has given birth to IOBOA Academy today. A spectacular evening with the spectacular speeches by all of us. Madam also spoke well. Sir, I missed it in my welcome address. I must thank Chairman and the Executive Directors and all concerned for the promotions. It is around 2,160 promotions. This year we have got it. Probably Chairman thought nil promotion, from zero promotion, 2,160 promotion he has given and ensured it with the timely postings. Plus the arrears. IOB may be one of the few banks which has paid the arrears and also the revised salary in the month of July. There are lots of many things talked about in the Facebook, WhatsApp, but still they took courageous decision. No, it is they are entitled and we must settle it at the earliest. Thank you very much, sir. We will reciprocate in abundance as what Madam said. Before I hand over my podium to Jerry Sharma, we have a present duty to perform. Yes, Comrade, this is your academy. Academy for the members, by the members, academy to the members. To the members. 4 persons are responsible. I think I invite Prem Kumar, our architect, Mr. Sambat Kumar, Mr. Soundarajan, our consultant, and also Kamlesh, our civil engineer, plus one special person, Rajaram, another special person. I request him to come to the rise, plus Bala Murugan, our panel valuer, who did a lot of job in getting the plan approval. Sir, come, Prem. Plan approval, assessment and electricity connections without spending even a single pay extra. Whatever due we have paid. Come. He is Comrade Prem. Come. He is the person who has designed this academy, sir. Chennai being seismic 2, we ensured earthquake resistance with a proper structural soundness, and beacon call was available. I request our chairman to honor him with a memento and a bouquet. Give a big hand, please.
The men who work behind the scenes
I request Comrade
to make
Soundarajan,
this edifice
who built this edifice along with his son. Comrade Soundarajan built that IOBO house. I request our ED, Sir Mr. Bajaj, to present a bouquet and a memento to him. Sir, word about Soundarajan. MD sir, word about him. 1981, I saw him coming by TVS 50. He has constructed more than 500 buildings. And even today he is come by TVS 50. Honest person, honest to the core. And his son, Kamlesh, he is a civil engineer who resigned from an MNC company. Come. I request Comrade Franco to present a bouquet and a memento to him. Comrade Kamlesh resigned from MNC company and came down to Chennai and did it. I request Comrade Rajaram. He is a marketing officer from Paribare. Sir, you won't believe, we got he told me not to disclose the discount because there will be pressure on him. We got the discount as high as 70% on Paribare items. Comrade Rajaram, I request Comrade President to present a bouquet and now we request Comrade Bala Murugan. He is our panel valuer, most sort of a person, and but for him we could not get the plan approval, assessment, electricity, sewage, everything he has done it without even spending a single pie. Over to Comrade Uma.
Thank you, Comrade Anand Kumar. His very demeanor is scholarly, and it's no surprise that IOBOA is today proud to say that our president is a doctorate from the University of Madras, an intellectual. May I request Comrade J.D. Sharma to please deliver his presidential address.
Respected MD and CEO Koteswaran sir, respected ED Bajaj sir, Comrade Franco, who spoke so vibrantly, Comrade Anand Kumar, who is responsible for building this edifice known as IOBOA Academy. Madam Indra Padamni, who has been heading the HR function of our bank and heading it very boldly, very successfully. And if I say so, that in times of large recruitment, she is not only responsible for convincing the chairman and board to recruit more people, but she has been playing the role of a mother for all new recruits. Very caring and very concerning General Manager HR. Our gurus, Comrade Acharya, Comrade Gopi, who both blessed us all on this very important and auspicious occasion. Comrade SBC, Comrade Rangarajan, our general managers who have come in large number, which shows that executives of the bank are also equally keen to witness how this academy takes off, how it serves the cause of not only Indian Overseas Bank, but also the banking industry by ensuring that knowledge is imparted. We have our friends from Union, we have friends from Welfare Association, retired general managers, Krishnan sir. We have a lot of executives who have come, regional managers. Our invitees, Comrade Iswaran, who was president of IBOC from Bank of India and knows our people sitting on dais even better than us. And my dear comrades from different parts of the country, the office bearers of our organization who have come for participating in this function and participating in working committee tomorrow. It's indeed a great pleasure for me to be with you today here. On our invitation, all of you have come here to listen to the leaders in the bank, listen to the leaders of yesteryears, and giving us an opportunity to spell out what exactly this academy means to us. Comrades, it was in the year 2011 when we had our conference in Chennai Trade Center. In my presidential address, I made a proposal to the General Council that we would like to start an academy at Chennai. And can we have your approval? The membership, in a thundering voice, approved the proposal, and that is when we sowed the seed of this academy at Chennai Trade Center. The seeds were sown there, but the growth comes here. Why? Because we are a trade union. Trade union means working class, unity of working class, and we are supposed to be hard working, and this is why our earlier edifice is Shram Shakti Bhavan, and the seeds have grown closer to Shram Shakti Bhavan. This is why the academy is here. Took us time to identify a property, buy that property, and do the preliminary work to first build an edifice, construct this beautiful building, and then next step is to build an academy. So we have completed the first part of building, constructing a building for academy, and next part will be building an academy. We are in the process of developing course content, sir, for various training programs which we are planning to start in this academy. And we are sure that in a month's time or so, we will be starting our classes. I believe that knowledge is not only power, knowledge is potential power. It's not enough that a person has knowledge. He can't do everything by having just knowledge. Knowledge only gives him the confidence, the potential to perform. And knowledge should not be monopoly of anybody. But even if a person feels that his knowledge should be shared, he needs a platform where to share. It can't be shared to many people just one to one. It takes time. The time is limited. The life is also limited. So we believe that those who have treasure of knowledge, we should bring them here to the podium, and we should facilitate the transfer of knowledge, the transmission of knowledge from the treasure of knowledge to those who need those inputs, who need that knowledge. For what? For performing better and better in banking industry in general, and Indian Overseas Bank in particular. Our bank is passing through a critical phase. Comrade Acharya was mentioning about 92-93 when we posted highest loss in the banking industry. 2 successive years, and from third year we bounced back. We are not in that bad situation today. It took us 2 years of losses, then third year of turning around. In current phase of critical stage, we posted loss in 2 quarters, and from third quarter we turned around. The last quarter of last financial year was profit. We could not wipe out the profit entirely because the profit was small profit. After posting loss for 2 quarters, it's another quarter, June quarter, where bank has posted again the profit. So it has taken us 2 quarters to turn around. But this turnaround is not the sustainable turnaround unless all of us, more than 30,000 IOBians, put their heart and soul into what is called the sustainability of the bank, ensuring sustainability of the bank. The areas of priority have been spelled out by a respected MD, ED, Comrade Acharya, Madam, and I am sure the kind of vibrant workforce we have with right kind of direction, right kind of leadership from top management, we have the potential of doing wonders. And I am sure we will do it. We will do it without losing much time. Sir, we are not like a river that we chart out our own course, which direction to go. We are like a canal. The water flows, but it's up to the leaders to channelize the water in right direction. And if we get right direction, certainly the amount of hard work we can do, amount of capabilities we have to be exploited, we will be again one of the most vibrant bank, healthiest bank in banking industry. It's a matter of time. Probably we were waiting for new team to take over. When new team took over, right from day one, I think we have turned around and we have started posting profit. Our MD joined on last day of the December quarter. In first quarter itself, he was able to show good profit of 35 crores. Our ED joined in March, and again in June quarter, we are able to sustain the profit. I am sure, sir, with your directions, with your guidance, Indian Overseas Bank will be back on its rails, back on its strong rails, and whenever bank has been into difficulty, we as Officers Association have been coming forward, have been going out to different places to call upon our officers to put in extra efforts, travel extra mile, because we love our bank. Even last year, when things were not looking good, we started a campaign for recovery of NPAs, small value NPAs. We believe that for our kind of involvement, we can concentrate only on small value NPAs. The large value NPAs, we won't have access to the borrowers. The access to large value borrowers will be only by the management, top management. So we gave a call to our officers and branch managers to recover small value NPAs. And we also had some estimate as to how much we should recover. And in our estimate, recovery and upgradation put together, I think we set a target of 750 crores, sir. And we surpassed that. And even the spillover of our efforts of March 14, up to March 14, spillover, in April also, about 124 crore small value NPAs were recovered, for which efforts were made in the previous financial year. This year again, sir, we will be starting our campaign. Our circular is in the drafting stage. We will fine tune it and then put it to our members, focusing on the same core areas like CASA, retail, MSME, and above all, NPA recovery. So wherever we have been going in last so many years, when we conduct meeting of officers under the banner of IOB Officers Association, we do invite the regional heads, we do invite the executives who are available at that center, and they share platform with us. We devote more than 50% of our meeting time to call upon our members to put in extra efforts for growth of the bank, for health of the bank. When bank has posted loss, we also got a jolt, sir. We got a jolt. It gave us a shock that how suddenly such huge loss could be posted. But it happens very rarely. It happens sometimes. It has happened here. But we are not frightened by that. We have the courage, we have the conviction. If we could overcome the loss of more than 1,000 crores in 92 and 93, this loss of 500 crores, I'm sure, sir, we'll be able to make good, and we'll be happy if we can make good in your tenure, because you are the person who has come at such a critical juncture. You also have short tenure, June next year. So practically this financial year, we would like that entire loss of last year is wiped out. It is covered. Our ED, who has been the expert in treasury, in fact, I always feel that he is treasurer of treasury. He is treasurer of treasury, and then he is treasurer of the treasury. He has brought in lot of income, lot of money through treasury business to our bank. And I am sure, with kind of his silent but very purpose-oriented approach, his teammates, again headed by Mr. Parsarthi, General Manager of Treasury, we will be able to make more contributions for growth of our beloved bank. The team of General Managers which has come here, I am sure each one of them has huge potential to contribute, to lead the team of their verticals to ensure that IOB is again a very, very affectionate and lovable name in banking industry. Sir, this academy, though it is started keeping the trade union research and trainings in mind, but during the course of implementing our plan, we are determined, we are very clear that we will focus less on trade union research, but more on management research, because unless we are able to do preventive vigilance, unless we are able to prevent frauds, where a lot of money goes down the drain, the purpose of trade union will not be served. We feel in participative management, we feel in very proactive initiatives to ensure that bank survives, bank becomes healthy, because our belief as a trade union is that our health, our survival, our prosperity, our growth is also linked to the growth of our parent organization. I would like to just share our philosophy and commitment towards the bank here. When Indian Overseas Bank came out with its first IPO, the trade unions, UFBU, IBOC decided to oppose dilution of equity, government equity. Comrade Acharya, Comrade Gopi, they were at the helm of affairs. In spite of IBOC giving written instructions to oppose the IPO, these two leaders, the towering personalities, they traveled throughout the country to campaign for success of IPO. That was the time when Punjab National Bank, a strong bank, after filing the prospectus with SEBI, they withdrew it because market conditions were adverse. They didn't have courage to come out with IPO. But we, with management, gave very solid assurance that we'll go ahead with IPO. In fact, we suggested we should go at a premium. But then management said, no, we'll go at par, market conditions are bad. So not only they went around, all leaders in different parts of the country campaigned for success of IPO. And as a token of our commitment, we as a trade union subscribed to IPO of our beloved bank, Indian Overseas Bank. And we hold 35,000 shares of Indian Overseas Bank in physical form as a trade union, having no intentions to sell it, sir. Each one of us subscribed, and hardly few people would have sold to meet the commitment of their children education or to meet the commitment of housing. Otherwise, every IOBN is holding the shares, most of them in physical form. I too have IOB shares. I got in IPO, follow-on IPO, not a big amount, but I am holding it in physical form in spite of being a member of share transfer committee of the board. I refuse to convert into a demat form, because once it is in demat, it is easy to sell. Even in my bad dreams, I should not sell it. I continue to hold it in physical form, sir. That's our commitment to Indian Overseas Bank. We will continue this commitment. The young generation is joining our bank in large number, like any other bank. And we have been in different places, calling them for meetings, for get-togethers, and we have been trying to orient them into the system faster than it would happen in normal course. As Madam was telling, that we should instill confidence in younger generation. We should improve their job knowledge. We should improve their level of commitment to Indian Overseas Bank. Because today when they come fresh from college, and they are born in the era of globalization, privatization. They come with kind of background. To convert them into the public sector mold, developing commitment to the institution, not to their task, to institution. Today's generation, they come with a lot of expectations, but less of commitment to the institution, more commitment to their task. Once they learn few things here, they think of hopping. We had a very good exit barrier against hopping, the defined benefit pension scheme. And once the person joins, he has the hope that he'll continue to draw pension. Now, the younger generation is joining in the era where it is new pension scheme. So new pension scheme doesn't bind them. They are not bound. The defined benefit pension scheme was a binding force, people were sticking on. Now they feel if they have acquired knowledge, let them go to other bank in higher grade. We have one example. Yesterday one girl who is provisional officer, confirmed officer in our bank, she came to give us sweet. She has joined Indian Overseas Bank 2 years ago. 2 years ago she was clerk in State Bank. And now again she has been selected in State Bank as Scale 3 officer. 2 years back she was clerk in State Bank and now she will be Scale 3 in State Bank of India. So we would like this kind of brain drain to be arrested by improving their commitment, their attachment to our bank, Indian Overseas Bank. And if we can even partially succeed in that, I am sure the purpose of this academy will be largely served. The purpose of this academy will be largely served. So I won't take much of your time, sir. I express my gratitude for you all, our MD sir, ED sir, Comrade Franco, Madam, our gurus, our executives, our affiliates, the former office bearers of IBOC, and above all, my dear comrades, for having come here to encourage us in our endeavor to contribute our humble might for improving the skill levels of IOBians and in general the officers community in banking industry. I am sure in course of time we will be able to add more and more programs, training programs to our academy so that the overall purpose, overall objective of IOBOA Academy, IOBOA Skill and Research Center is served and IOBOA becomes an organization to reckon with in the industry, not only to contribute for the trade union movement, but also to contribute to the skill pool, the knowledge pool of HR of entire banking industry. I thank you all once again for having come here to bless us, to encourage us, and to support us in our endeavors. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Comrade JDG. We would like to acknowledge the yeoman service rendered by Comrade Mani, Comrade Kameshwaran, and Comrade Prem Ratan Babu. May I request them to step up to the dais, please. Comrade Mani, Comrade Kameshwaran, Comrade Prem Ratan Babu. They stood shoulder to shoulder with the top leaders. Thank you. May I invite Comrade Srinivasan, our Senior Joint General Secretary, to propose a vote of thanks. Before he takes the mic, I would like to tell everyone that this is an era of hybrid. So something more than a high tea, something less than a dinner is being served. May I request all our executives and representatives of fraternal organizations to join us for this meal at Shram Shakti Bhavan, and all the others, it's being served on the floor above. After the vote of thanks and the national anthem, please do make sure that you break bread with us. Comrade Srinivasan.
Thank you, Madam. The dignitaries on the dais, half the dais, and my dear comrades, it is an honor bestowed upon me to deliver the vote of thanks on the spectacular inauguration of our IOBOA Academy. As rightly pointed out by our legendary leader, Comrade K.V. Acharya, IOBA is an organization with a difference. We go beyond our normal trade union activities to reach the unreachable. As you said, in the past, we have contributed to the society by by constructing schools for the God-owned children and the underprivileged children in the past. We also donated 30 solar lamps and illuminated the village of our founder, birthplace of our founder, MCTM Chidambaram Chettiar. Comrades, today we are inaugurating a spectacular academy to enhance the knowledge levels of our membership, not only our membership, also the needy people and the bankers at large. I am reminded of a famous quote of our proud son of our country and the late People's President, Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam, that learning gives creativity, creativity leads to thinking, thinking provides knowledge, and knowledge makes you great. It is a concomitance that today we are commencing our academy, imbibing the spirit of the quote of our visionary leader, APJ Abdul Kalam, to impart knowledge, to educate the membership, and also to enhance the skills of our membership. Well, comrades, I take this opportunity on behalf of IOBA to thank our MD and CEO, Sri Koteswaran Sir, for his encouraging words and for his guidance and for stimulating the whole environment. Sir, on behalf of IOBA, I assure you, sir, not only will commit ourselves to resurrect this bank, but we will also strive hard to see that this bank reach greater heights. I also thank our Executive Director, Shri Pawan Kumar Bajaj, for sparing his valuable time and the positivity he has expressed on the growth of our bank. I also thank our General Manager, Srimati Indra Vatmani, for sharing her concern for this bank and also talking about the importance of knowledge. Thank you, Madam. On behalf of IOBOA, we express our sincere gratitude and expression of love to the distinguished guest of honor, Comrade Thomas Franco, for his sparing his valuable time and consenting and also gracing this occasion. And his speech was highly informative. He was talking about the Gyan Sangam and also the challenges to be faced in the coming days by the trade unions in the country. The parenthood is all about guiding the next generation and also forgiving the last. We have with us today the legendary leaders, Comrade Gopinath Rao and Comrade K.B. Acharya, who are our guiding force. This is a trait we have imbibed from the star leaders of IOBOA. Thank you, sir, for being with us today. I thank my mentor and former Vice President and RS General Secretary, Comrade SBC Karnagaran, and also our President, Comrade K.S. Rangarajan, for gracing this occasion by presenting here. Thank you, sir. My sincere thanks to our President, Dr. J.D. Sharma, for providing his intellectual assistance as he is completely engrossed for the last few months in preparation of exhaustive material, course material for this academy. Comrades, it is hard to beat, there is a popular saying, it is hard to beat a person who never gives up. That too when he thinks every act is a possibility and every dream is a reality. This is the one-word definition of our General Secretary, Comrade K. Anand Kumar. Thanks to Comrade Anand Kumar for bringing up this beautiful edifice and this academy in succession to the already standing tall across the road, our IOBOA Shram Shakti Bhavan, which is going strong for more than a decade. Comrades, words would do injustice to the indefatigable efforts put up by Comrade Anand Kumar and his unfailing team of office bearers. My special thanks to Comrade Mani, Joint General Secretary, Comrade Kameshwaran, our Treasurer, and Comrade Piram Ratan Babu, our Senior Deputy General Secretary, for denying their personal comforts, their personal pleasures, spending long hours in this building to see that a piece of barren land turning into a stupendous two-floored academy today. We are here today, comrades. My special thanks to the veteran leaders, pillars of our yesteryears, our IOBOA, Comrade Ravi and Shetty and Comrade G.C. Gulati, for taking pains to come over here from Delhi and Mumbai and gracing this occasion. My thanks to all the executives present here, the past and present, the office bearers, past and present, and Comrade Ishwaran, our former president of AIBOC, Comrade Shivaraman Batmanaban, office union representatives from All India's Bank Employees Union. Our special thanks to Sarana Muthu, former secretary of Tamil Nadu State AIBOC. Our special thanks to Patsadi, also former state secretary of Tamil Nadu AIBOC. I also thank office bearers of Welfare Association and comrades. Finally, the success of any event depends on its participation. Today, we are witnessing a large gathering. The comrades from the nook and corner of city and also from the neighboring regions are thronged this hall. This shows our commitment for the organization. This shows you are demonstrating solidarity for the organization called, and you have denied your weekend holiday and made it taken considerable efforts to attend this wonderful academy today and made this function as a resounding success, comrades. I thank Comrade Manoj Shetty, freezing every frame of this function with his excellent skill in photography. And I also thank the caterers who are going to provide a sumptuous and delicious IT after this meeting. Finally, I thank our staff of IOBOA for their excellent support. For their excellent support and cooperation and made this function a very memorable one. And I also take this opportunity to thank the master ceremony compared by Comrade Uma Subramaniam, a wonderful one. I am sure that everybody would have liked it. I also thank everybody who made this event a wonderful one. I thank Soundarajan and Kamalesh, the architect, and also the sound audio. The audio is the main importance thing to make any event a successful one. Thank you for everyone. Thank you, one and all comrades, for this opportunity.
Thank you, Comrade Srinivasan. Ladies and gentlemen, may we rise for the national anthem, please? Once again, may I request all the special guests, our executives and representatives from our fraternal organizations to please join us across the road at Shram Shakti Bhavan. May I request all other comrades to please proceed to the top floor of this building. Top floor of this building, all other comrades please.